All right. So this is what you're all going to be using. This is stuff that you need to learn how to use because I'm going to ask you to collect lots and lots of data this year using these things.
Yeah.
What does this say, Javon?
This is a setup to A in period.
Yeah. Oh, did I put the name over it? I'm sorry. This is called the timer box.
Oh.
What do you think it does?
It times.
Times.
Very good. All right. There's a lot of different ways that you can time these things.
good.
What is this thing?
The connector.
The connector. Does anybody have any idea what this is? What does it look like? It looks like a landline cable. This is like the old school phone cords. You just plug it in right here.
Oh my
All right?
god, that's so
Okay.
funny.
The other thing that you need.
Miss Brett, update your stuff.
Oh, this stuff works great. The other thing that you need is electricity. So you just plug this in. And Manuel was kind enough to label all of the outlets over there that work.
You're
So
welcome.
now you know
Thank
which
you. You're
ones work. When you turn this on, what you need to do, excuse you, stop. What you need to do is make sure the right lights are lighting up. Which lights should be lit up?
Right, red,
Left.
blue,
What does it say here? Read this.
A.
White.
Okay, so we want A to light up, so you push A.
ABC.
Oh, okay, sorry. We want it to say period. We want it to say period, and we want it to be using port A because that's where we're connected. This is connected to this thing. This thing is called a photo gate. It is
It
basically,
takes photo.
it's a photo gate. It's basically a motion detector. There are two little holes, and there's a little beam that goes in between. Your hair's bad. So every time you break the beam, information will go there for you, theoretically. All right, so now as we fail to get this through, what it's doing, and you can't see this, is it's actually taking data. So it's telling us how long it takes to swing back and
Miss
forth.
Brett, you couldn't find
Okay.
a wider thing, so.
So these are all this size, and you're going to be using these in a lot of your experiments for the rest of the time. So you're going to learn how to use these. We need to pull this back to the same place every time.
How?
Well, there's some numbers on here that you can't see maybe. So we want to make sure that we're pulling it to the same height every time. For everything, with the exception of your final investigation, you're going to be pulling it back to 10. I'm going to need help making sure I'm
Why
doing
10?
that.
Why can't you do 25 when you use this
Because we're just going to use 10 for everything else, and then at the end you can go 10, 20, 30. Okay? So what we need to do is make sure that we are consistent in our data collection techniques. That means that we're trying to do the same thing every time, so that the stuff that we're changing, we notice what the change is. Okay? So we need to start collecting data. Okay? The very first thing, we're not going to add any washers to this mass. I'm going to displace it to 10. Jawan's going to tell us what the time is. I hope this works.
I got
Okay,
you,
good.
G.
So now it's going. What does it say?
8, 9, 5, 1, 5, 4, 48.
Don't forget the
89.
decimal.
Oh, 0.89, 43, 8, 9, 43.
Let's just call it 0.89.
Okay.
So your first data point is going to be 0.89. Could you
On the time part?
please record that as your time? It is taking 0.89 seconds to make this movement. Okay? How come there's two more places there?
What do you mean?
Well, you see how it says trial numbers? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah. Like, you're going to add washers to the
I was okay.
I'm going to do two more trials. Alcides, speak up a little bit more.